So in previous class, I completed unit 4. In unit 4, 5A and 5B lessons are completed. Right now, sixth chapter, unit 4, sixth chapter, chapter 6. Okay, so that is called triple five IC. Okay, so this is the chapter name, triple five IC. Understand, triple five IC, this is a chapter. Chapter name is triple five IC. Okay. So actually, what is actually triple five IC, and what is the use of triple five IC, and after that applications of triple five IC. So in this lesson, we briefly discuss about triple five IC. It will take 2 classes. Okay, it's very small chapter, 6th chapter. So why it is called as a triple five IC? Okay, because it is the potential divider, voltage divider, with equivalent of 5 resistors. Okay, so that is the each resistor has a 5 kilo ohm, so that's why we are using 3 resistors of equal amount of equal strength of resistors we are using for the potential divider. So that is the reason why it is called triple five IC. Okay, so generally I write some key points about triple five IC. See, the key points are, it is a timer circuit. It is also called as a timer circuit. So the key points I'll write here. See, key points. Every lesson I write. So every topic, before introduce the topic, I'll write some key points. So please concentrate on these key points only. Okay, you can clearly understand the key points, then only you can read the matter. Okay, you can understand very easily. So triple five ICs are also called as triple five. The first key point is triple five. So triple five IC, triple five IC is also called as called as is also called as a timer circuit. A timer circuit. Okay, triple five ICs is also called as a timer circuit. And see, it can produce a time delay. It can produce us. It can produce us time delay. What is meant by time delay? Okay, so DELAYS, time delays. So time delays means it is also called as a timer circuit, and timers means it is an oscillations. Okay, so therefore it can produce as time delays, and that means it produces time oscillations. Okay, so delays means oscillations, oscillation, oscillation. So triple five IC is producing time oscillations. So that is the reason why we are using triple five IC as a astable multivibrator and monostable multivibrators. So actually we are constructing astable multivibrator and monostable multivibrator, because that two astable or monostable multivibrators are using for alarms, digital alarms, like fire alarms. Okay, and similarly safety alarms and safety alarms in companies, large companies, safety alarms. We are using these triple five ICs only to construct astable multivibrator, monostable multivibrators. So these multivibrators are manufactured by using ICs, because of these ICs are producing time oscillations. That is the reason these triple five ICs are using in the construction of multivibrators monostable and astable multivibrators. So the third point is, it was introduced in 1970. Actually, it was introduced in 1970. So in the year 1970, first time 555 ICs are using. At the time of construction of 555, they are using 24 transistors actually. Okay, so 24 transistors and 18 resistors. Okay, so they are using 24 transistor and 18 resistors. Okay, and one capacitor. So for the combination of 555 IC, they are constructing at 1970 using 24 transistors, 18 resistors, one capacitor. Nowadays it will be very less because they are using flip-flop inside that. So therefore almost major work will be done in flip-flop. So for that purpose, this 555 IC is very low combination of devices. Okay, after then it will convert into low combination devices. But previously at the first stage, means at the starting of the invention year 1970, they are using 24 transistors, 18 resistors, one capacitor. But right now it is not 24 resistors and 24 transistors and 18 resistors, one capacitor. So right now it is very less. They are using only 3 resistors. Okay, and after then only there is no transistors are using inside. They are using operational amplifier. In the place of resistors, are only 3 resistors are using, and these are not used. Only they are using 2 comparators. Comparators means it is an operational amplifier, op amps. Comparators are op amps. I already tells about comparator in operational amplifier. And finally one capacitor is used, so it will be automatically reduced. In present days it was reduced IC 555 ICs are used. Okay, and so it is a monolithic 8-pin IC. So actually the fourth key point is, it is a monolithic 8-pin IC. So generally 555 ICs are 8 pins because this IC having 8 pins, and this IC is manufactured by monolithic compound material. So monolithic is nothing but a compounding material. So this compounding material are used to manufacturing 555 ICs. Generally these 555 ICs having 8 pins. So one side 4 pins and another side is 4 pins, total 8 pins IC. Okay, and see, I'll explain the pin diagram. At the time you can understand what is the 8 pin ICs, what are the 8 pins, what are the functioning of 8 pins also I can explain. Okay, and next, the fifth important point is the output oscillation time. The output oscillation time period is controlled by external resistance, so not resistance, external resistors, external and capacitors Okay, so whatever the output is delivered by using this 555 IC, whatever the output we will got from using this 555 IC, that output oscillations time period. So output oscillations time period, so you have input wave and you will get output wave. Okay, understand everybody? You will give input to this 555 IC, obviously you will get output of the oscillation. So that output oscillation time period is controlled by the external resistance. What are the external resistance we are added to this 555 IC, that external resistors and capacitors will be decided that output oscillation time period. So that is the reason we are writing this point is very important. The output oscillation time period is controlled by external resistors and capacitors. So these are the key points of 555 IC. So see, the first point is 555 is also called as a timer circuits, and it is used for different applications like monostable multi-vibrator, astable multi-vibrators. So these circuits are behaves like a fire alarms, exit alarms. Okay, in banks and companies, large scale industries, we are using a alarm purpose. So 555 ICs are mostly used for fire alarms actually. Okay, and see, not in fire alarms, so many applications are there, but most popular application is nothing but monostable and astable multi vibrators. These vibrators are always using for different alarms. Okay, alarm purpose. And it can be produced time delay oscillations, because how so it can produce as means output that produces oscillated formation, oscillation form. So that's why oscillator means it is used as oscillator, means it is used for timer circuits. Oscillations only, nothing but timing, time delays. Okay, and see, it was introduced by 1907. At the time of introducing, they are using 24 transistors and 18 resistors, one capacitor. So it is a large amount, large scale of ICs. But nowadays they are simplified, and in out of transistors they are using operational amplifier and simply three resistors. These three resistors are nothing but equal 5k ohm, 5k ohm resistors. So that's why it's called 3 5km, and so that's why it is called as 555 IC. Okay, and two comparators are used. It is a monolithic 8 pin IC, and it is manufactured by the compound material like monolithic compound material, and it is a 8 pin IC. Okay, the output oscillation time period is controlled by the external resistor and capacitor. So please note everybody. I'll move to what we call I'll move to applications. Okay, applications of 555 IC. See, I'll write here only applications. Or don't write, because I'll move to next page simply. So please note everybody, it is the key points to understanding the 555 IC operation. And see, next page, I'll move to next page. So this is called applications of 555 IC. Applications of 555 IC. See, first application, maximum 555 ICs are already I tell you astable multivibrator, monostable multivibrator. So 555 IC is used to manufacture. It is used to manufacture astable astable multivibrator. So multivibrator, astable multivibrator, and see, it is used to manufacture monostable multivibrator. And the third application is, it is used to manufacture it is used to manufacture pulse detector. See, nowadays pulse detector is very useful instrument. Okay, pulse oscillator, pulse detector. So many COVID patients are buying pulse oximeter. So these pulse oximeters are also manufactured by these 555 ICs only. Pulse oximeter and pulse detectors in hospitals, there is a large monitors are there, pulse detectors, that is called pulse detector. So that pulse detector is continuously observe the heartbeat pulse. Okay, so that is the devices. These devices are also manufactured in 555 ICs only. Okay, and ramp generators, it is used to ramp generator. See, ramp generators are nothing but, okay, So these are depends upon time oscillation. You will fix the time. For suppose morning 7 a.m. you will fix the time at morning 7 a.m. Okay, up to 9 a.m. So in between this time, this generator is working. So remaining time it is automatically switch off. So this time you will fix the time for 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. So every day the machine automatically, the generator automatically starts oscillating at 7 a.m. and up to 9 a.m. it will be oscillated. After 9 a.m. it will be stopped. So these are set by some time controllings. So for that purpose means in between 7 to 9, in between only we will produce some oscillations. So this type of ramp generators are also manufactured by this 555 ICs. So ramp generator means you already set the time triggering. So you already gives the time pulse of this generator. So this time pulse is 7 to 9 a.m. So in between 7, it starts from 7 and it ends from 9. Okay, so in between 7 and 9, including 7 and 9, and in between 7 and 9, so at this time only you will automatically generated oscillation to that generator. So obviously that generator will be work in between. So after the 9, after 9 o'clock, you need not to switch off the generator. It automatically switch off because we are using ramping condition. So this ramp is nothing but automatic ramp. Automatic ramp is nothing but automatic. So now this ramp is also is manufactured by this 555 ICs. But in these are 4 applications in our syllabus having only astable and multi-vibrator. So these only. So in our syllabus we have only 2 applications, that is astable, multi-vibrator, monostable, and these 2 are very important essay questions. These 2 are very important in essay questions. So please carefully listen. Astable, multi-vibrator, its working is very easy. You can understand the working, then you can easily write the answer. Okay, so please remember and please practice the circuit diagram. So circuit diagram is very important. If you are do a little mistake in circuit diagram, the entire see, simply they are giving less marks, because this every in digital electronics, circuit diagrams, pin diagrams, and the block diagrams, we have a lot of marks. Actually maximum marks will be given if if the diagram is correct. Maximum marks will be they are given. But if you are doing any mistake inside, so obviously the marks will be cut, because whatever the matter you write, that matter is correct, it is not a matter. Okay, but only diagrams are very important. So please practice diagrams properly. Understand what I'm saying that? So this is about the key points of 555 IC, and this is about the applications of 555 IC. So now we will move to first we will move to pin diagram of 555 IC. Okay, so you want to pin diagram or block diagram? First you will move to pin diagram, after then I'll move to block diagram. Understand? So first you will move to pin diagram, right? So please move pin diagram. So please note everybody, I'll move to pin diagram. Okay, so understand everybody why 555 IC we are called as a 555 IC. In block diagram you can understand why we are called as it is a 555 IC, because here we are using 3 equivalent 5 kilo ohm resistors. So that 5 kilo ohms resistor as behaves like a potential divider. So that is the reason it is called 555 ICs. Okay, so why we are calling this is a potential divider, I'll explain later. Okay, so how it will be potential difference will be exist in each point of the resistor. So I'll explain later, but you just remember, you just remember that point. So 555 IC, why we are called as 555 IC means we are using 3 equivalent resistors, that to 5 kilo ohm resistors. So that is the reason this is called 5 kilo IC ohm. So that's called 555 IC. So these are the key points and these are the applications. In most of the 4 applications, we are in our syllabus having only the 2 applications, that is called manufacture of astable and monostable vibrometers. So please understand properly. Now I'll move to pin diagram. See, So actually this is the pin diagram. Okay, so I already set the diagrams in previously because I don't waste my time. So this is not pin diagram. Okay, so just this is a pin diagram of 555 IC. Okay, so this is the pin diagram of 555 IC. So out of, see, actually in this circuit, once please draw this circuit diagram in your textbooks, not your notebook. Okay, so everybody clearly visible this picture. Actually this is a 555 IC. See here, out of this 555 IC we have 8 pins, 1 2 3 4 and 5 6 7 8. So these are like we are starts from top to, okay, in this direction, not in this direction. So this is the direction of 555 IC direction. So you will start from this point, okay, and you will end from this point, same point you will end. So this is the direction of IC pins. This is the direction of IC pins. So this is the first pin, second pin, third pin, fourth pin, fifth pin, sixth pin, seventh pin, eighth pin. So out of these 8 pins, we have the first pin is connected to be ground. So the first pin is connected to be ground, and the second pin is connected to be trigger circuit. Trigger means an external pulse. Trigger means external pulse. So I'll write here each pin what is the working. I'll write here only. You can easily understand. Okay, so and see the third pin is output voltage. We connect output. We will get output by using third pin. Okay, so in this IC you will get output on third pin, and the fourth pin is the reset purpose. We are using reset purpose means entire device will be empty. Reset purpose means empty purpose. And see, fifth pin is controlling voltage or voltage control. So voltage control we are using, fifth pin is a voltage control, and the sixth pin is a threshold voltage. So sixth pin is used for threshold voltage, and fifth pin is control voltage, and seventh pin is discharging pin. In this discharge we are using one capacitor. In this seventh pin we are connecting a capacitor. The capacitor is only the device to store the charge and discharge, also storing the charge and discharge by using the capacitor only. So therefore seventh pin is directly connected to a one capacitor, because the capacitor is a device to charge and discharge, both will be performed. And the eighth pin is a power supply. This power supply, so we want to we need this power supply. I'll write every pin here inside what is the working of the pin. So please remember these pins. See, first pin is ground, second pin is trigger, third pin is output, fourth pin is the reset, fifth pin is controlling voltage, and sixth pin is threshold voltage, and seventh pin is discharge, and eighth pin. So last is the eighth pin, and this eighth pin is nothing but the power supply. We want to give a power supply to the device. So for that purpose we use the plus VCC circuit. Okay, understand, this is the theory. This is the pin diagram configuration. So right now I want to explain each pin in the side of this configuration. Okay, see, so the first ground pin, here I'll write first ground pin. So the first one is ground pin, ground. So what is the purpose of ground? Means actually it is the chip ground. Actually the voltage, see, actually it is the chip ground, and all voltages are measured with respect to this terminal. All the voltages inside, there is a voltage produced in this 555 IC. We can measure that voltage by using this ground terminal only. So it is used to measure the voltage. It is used to measure the voltage with respect to this terminal. With respect to this terminal means ground terminal. This terminal with respect to this terminal. terminal, with respect to this terminal, it's a comparison terminal. Actually ground, why we are given ground to one terminal means inside the 555 IC there is a large amount of voltages are produced. So those voltages we can measure with the help of this ground terminal. Okay, nothing but it is a reference voltage. We are consider ground as a reference voltage. Reference voltage. Understand everybody? It is a reference voltage actually. Inside there is a lot of voltages are produced inside the 555 IC. That voltages can be measured by using one reference voltage. So for that purpose we are giving ground potential. Okay, and the second one is trigger. What is the use of trigger? Actually trigger is nothing but it is nothing but the output of timer can be controlled by this pin. So whatever the output timer, so means it is a timer circuit. Actually I already tells about in previous case, it is a timer circuit 555 IC. So therefore we will get output is also a timer function. So therefore this output timer can be controlled by this pin. Okay, so the output timer can be controlled. The output timer can be controlled by using this pin. By otherwise the output of the timer, output timer can be controlled by this pin. Understand everybody? The first pin is a reference voltage. Actually inside there is a lot of voltage produced. So we want to measure that voltage with reference of any voltage. That, so with reference means with respect to this terminal. Okay, with respect to this terminal, that's why it is called reference voltage. And the trigger means this is the output timer can be controlled by this pin. So how the output timer will be controlled by this pin using a trigger means I'll explain in block diagram what is the trigger pin and what the trigger pin says that. Okay, so actually the output is low than the voltage at the pin is greater, means you can't understand right now. I am explaining trigger pin. So in block diagram you see in the trigger pin in block diagram is the, so at the block diagram of 555 IC I'll explain what is the trigger performance. Okay, see simply you just remember trigger is nothing but the output timer can be controlled by this pin. So output, whatever the output we are delivered through this pin 3, that timer output will be controlled by this trigger circuit. And the third point is output. So you already know that output means you will get something, you will give something to this 555 IC by using a positive VCC, then you will get something. Okay, so that is nothing but a complementary signal output of the flip-flop. So inside one flip-flop is also there. I'll tell you flip-flops are next lesson, next unit, that is called sequential logic circuits. In sequential logic circuits I will tell you what is a flip-flop. But in ICs also, 555 IC also we are using one flip-flop. So that flip-flop will always gives a complementary output. Whatever the input signal we are given, that input signal complementary will be coming from this output voltage. So therefore the complementary signal output of flip-flop goes through an output stage and becomes the output of the timer. So that is called output of the timer. So output is used for complementary signal complementary signal out of the flip-flop is a device. Okay, so I'll explain in next unit that is the flip-flops. Right now I just draw the truth table for only one flip-flop is there, SR flip-flop. So using that flip-flop operation I can explain right now, but in next lesson I explain what is the complete flip-flop theory. Okay, so therefore it is a complementary signal output of the flip-flop. So that is called output terminal. And the fourth terminal is reset terminal. Reset. RESET, sorry, reset, reset, SCT, reset terminal. So what is the use of reset terminal? Means actually it is used for fourth pin. Okay, actually it is not used in this device. We are not using the reset pin. Why? Because if you are giving the reset pin means inside the data will be changed automatically. Otherwise the reset means, what is the reset? Set reset. Set means something is there in the circuit. Reset means nothing is there. Okay, so that's why this is not used in this is actually we are not using fourth pin in this device, because its fourth pin is empty actually. Why? Because inside there is a data, because plus VCC is given something to this 555 IC. So therefore the something will be present inside the 555 IC. For suppose if you give in reset pin here, then inside data will be automatically erased. So that is the reason why we are not using reset pin. Reset pin means set or resetting functions will be developed. Okay, actually it is not used. It is a fourth pin, and I'm not explained reset pin. Why? Because it is not used. Okay, this pin is connected to supply voltage VCC in order to avoid any flash triggering. Okay, in order to avoid any flash trigger. Okay, additional voltage, that is called flash triggering, means additional voltage. If this circuit contains any additional voltage, or by chancing something will be added to actual voltage or actual signal, at the time reset will be helpful. Because if the reset is simply triggering, then it flash triggering, that is called, if you are given a flash trigger to this reset symbol, if you just put the, once you push the flash trigger, then that additional voltage will be avoided. Okay, so that is called involved. It is in order to avoid any flash triggering. Okay, see next, fifth terminal. What is the use of fifth terminal? Fifth terminal is controlling voltage, because it controls the voltage. Okay, so whatever the voltage produced inside, that produced voltage will be controlled by using this pin. So it is a uh, voltage control pin. So it is used, actually voltage control pin is used to control voltage inside. Okay, inside this voltage will be created either additional resistors or external resistance or external capacitor. Okay, so if you are adding this if you are adding some resistors, some capacitors to this 555 IC, then those resistors and capacitors will be developed some external voltage inside the circuit. Then those voltage can be controlled by using this controlling pin. Okay, and the sixth pin is threshold voltage. Threshold means, you know already what is the meaning of threshold. This is the minimum voltage required to conduct this 555 IC. This is called minimum voltage. Okay, so you already in this 555 IC, in we are using the 5 equivalent resistors. These are the potential divider, and each resistor there is a potential drop exist. So each and every point potential drop exist means, so each and every part, they want a minimum voltage to functioning. So they require some minimum voltage to functioning that device. So that is the threshold voltage. So this is called the minimum voltage which requires to operate. It's requires to operate the device. Okay, and see the seventh pin is a discharge pin. I already tells about what is a discharge means it is a delay or decay. Discharge means decay process. See, this discharge pin, actually discharge will be happened only when the capacitor is connected to this 555 IC. So in discharge pin we are using using connect one capacitor. Okay, so this is actually capacitor is an instrument to store the charge and discharging. Okay, so that is the purpose. Discharge pin is used to control the because here one transistor is used inside that triple pi IC. So that transistor will be connected to potential divider. So the potential divider will be connected, then plus VCC is not taken completely. So you can understand in the block diagram these pins, what is the working of these pins, you can understand by using block diagram, but pin diagram I can't explain. Why? Because simply if I am explaining you can't understand, because if you see the block diagram you can internal architecture of triple pi IC is there in block diagram. So internal architecture, each and every component, how it will work, I can explain. Okay, until then you just remember discharge pin means in discharge pin we are connecting a capacitor. And see, the eighth pin is plus VCC, nothing but power supply. Plus VCC is nothing but power supply. Plus VCC is nothing but power supply. Actually triple pi ICs are working from plus 5 volts to, this is the voltage range, volt to minus 18 voltage, sorry, plus 18 voltage. Okay, so volts. So 5 voltage, 5 volt, nothing but voltage means 5 volts. It's working between 5 volts to plus 18 volts. Okay, with respect to ground, with respect to ground they are connecting, with respect to ground, that is nothing but pin 1. Okay, so plus VCs is the potential we are giving to this potential divider. Inside there is a one potential divider is there, that is called equivalent 5 triple ICs, triple resistors. Actually we are using 5 kilo ohm resistors, equivalent resistors. In that equivalent resistors we have some potential is applied to, because if you apply some potential to that equivalent resistors, then only it will be acts as a potential divider. So this potential divider will be operate under plus 5 volts to plus 18 volts. So this is called, so because this triple pi timer works with the supply of voltage plus 5 volts to plus 18 volts with respect to the ground terminal 1 or ground terminal pin 1. So this is about the pin configuration of triple pi IC. So please remember everyone, these pins are very important. These pins you draw the, they are asking in exam, draw the pin diagram of triple pi IC simply. So at the time you draw the pin diagram and write each every pin, ground, trigger, output, reset, VCC, discharge, threshold, voltage, control voltage. I am given already notes. In that notes each pin I will explain. See, in the material I explain each pin. Okay, so but right now I am not writing each and every pin explanation. So simply I write the key point of each pin. Okay, so the ground pin is used for reference voltage, and trigger pin is used for output timer can be controlled. So output timer, you will get output in third pin, that output timer will be controlled by this pin, trigger pin. And output is nothing but it is a complementary signal output of flip flop, because inside one flip flop used, that flip flop complementary signal will be gives, that complementary output will be comes, but is that is also using by flip flop inside. Okay, and the fourth point is reset. Actually this reset was not used actually present, this fourth pin is not used, but it was actually not used by. Okay, if you want to use this pin, the what is the purpose of this pin, in order to avoid any flash triggering. So flash triggering, if any flash triggering is arising inside the triple pi IC, then you can control that flash triggering by using the reset pin. And the fifth pin is a voltage controlled pin. So this voltage will be, actually this is a inside there is a lot of voltage will be produced, that voltage will be controlled by using this voltage pin. And the threshold voltage means at potential divider each resistor having some potential drop is there. So in order to uh, working the triple pi IC, or if that voltage is taken to comparators, actually we are connecting comparators to this triple pi IC potential divider. So these comparators can select any high signal at the purpose. The threshold voltage will be helpful, because if the threshold voltage means it is a minimum voltage which required, which work the instrument. So next, discharge pin. Actually, it is a capacitor is connected to discharge pin because capacitor is a device to store and discharge. Both will be storage and restorage. So actually, discharge, storing. Storage means charging. Okay, discharge, charging or discharging will be possible only in capacitors. So that's why capacitors used. And fifth pin is a total power supply. If the potential divider is working, if the potential divider is present inside the 555 IC, we want to connect some power supply to that potential difference. So that potential is allowed around 5 volts to 18 volts. So everybody understand or not? Please tell me. Everybody understand or not? See, next I'll move to today class. Okay, 9:36. So next I want to move, see, each and every block diagram. So first of all, I explain 555 IC key points. After then I'll explain applications of 555 IC. After then I explain pin configuration. Okay, now I'll move to in architecture, internal architecture. That's called a block diagram of 555 IC. So sometimes they are asking in question, explain the block diagram of 555 IC. Otherwise they are asking, explain the internal architecture of 555 IC. Simply they are asking question like that, explaining the internal architecture of the 555 IC. Okay, so that is the question. So simply I'll move to in block diagram. See, this is the block diagram. Actually, understand, this is the block diagram. Okay, see, so this is the block diagram or 555 IC. Otherwise we are called as internal architecture. Internal, ARCH ITECTURE, internal architecture. Internal architecture of the block diagram, 555 IC block diagram. See, this is what IC. This is actually dotted line represents for IC symbol and each pins. Here I'll write each pin. So this is the first pin, second pin, and the third pin. Where is the fourth pin? Fourth pin, fifth pin, sixth pin, seventh pin, and eighth pin. See, total 8 pins are used. This is the internal architecture of the block diagram. See, actually, this is the internal architecture of 555 IC. See, um, in this case, I'll explain this theory. So here, a 555 IC is there. This is the box. Okay, so inside this box, these instruments are there. Inside the box, this is there. Okay, so this is called 555 IC. Dotted line represents 555 IC architecture. Inside this architecture they have, see, actually this is a potential divider, plus VCC 8th pin and one first pin. See, in between 8th pin and the first pin they are connecting 3 equivalent resistors. So 5 kilo ohm. See, I draw here that circuit diagram. See once again. So here I draw that potential divider. So this is the actually pin. So this is one transistor, and see, this is one transistor, and see, this is the one transistor. Understand? Here the pin, 8th pin plus VCC is the 8th pin, and simply this is the first pin, this is the ground pin. Okay, so see, potential will be dropped from each case. For suppose if your plus VCC is applied, okay, these are 3 equivalent resistor, R, R, R. These are equivalent resistors and they are 5 kilo ohm resistors. 5 kilo ohm, 5 kilo ohm, and 5 kilo ohm. So why we are called as potential difference means if you are giving something potential to here, then each at end point of each resistor. So I am representing yellow color. See, this is the end point of first resistor, and this is the end point of second resistor, and this is the third end point of the resistor. See, in this point, actually at this point, see at this point, I'll give the one comparator. This is comparator is nothing but operational amplifier. It is a comparator in operational amplifier. So I'll connected at one terminal. See here the dot, black color dot is there. I'll explain. See, this is the one terminal. Okay, connected to one comparator, first comparator, and the same another resistor. After crossing the second resistor, one potential drop is existing at this, that called 1 by 3 VCC, and this is a 2 by 3 VCC. These two are potential drops. Okay, so why, that is the reason it is called as potential divider, and these potential dividers are having three equivalent 5 kilo ohm resistors, and each and every end of the resistor there is a potential drop will be existing. See how you will calculate. This is a 2 by 3 VCC means I'll calculate here. See, actually this is the actually ground. Okay, you simply take this is a ground. So here I want to calculate the potential difference at this point. Okay, how you will calculate the potential difference means, see, uh, after crossing this point, how many transistors, how many resistors are there up to ground? Up to ground, calculate how many resistors are there. Two resistors. So this is nothing but two resistors, into what is the power supply, that is called VCC, divided by total resistance. Total resistance is nothing but R plus R plus R, that is called 3R. Okay, so this is the calculation. The potential at this point we can calculate. The potential at this point is nothing but, so VCC, total supply voltage, into at the point after crossing this point, how many resistors are there? Two resistors, into VCC divided by total resistance. So therefore, see, R will be cancelled. This is 2 by 3 VCC. See, this point is 2 by 3 VCC. This point is 2 by 3 VCC. And similarly, after crossing this point, what is the potential difference? See, after crossing this point, what is the potential difference? Only one resistance is there. So therefore, VCC into one resistor R divided by total number of resistance 3R. So simply cut, this is called 1 by 3 VCC. So this is the potential will be dropped at this point is 2 by 3 VCC. Potential will be dropped at this point is called 1 by 3 VCC. Okay, and see, tomorrow I'll explain the block diagram. Why? Because today is a time enough. So in tomorrow class I'll explain internal architecture completely. So internal architecture, and tomorrow class will explain internal architecture and astable multivibrator also. Okay, application, one of the application. So these two will be explained in tomorrow class. So I think is a 9:43 is a time enough in this class. So understand why today I explain only how, why we are called as this is a potential divider. So this potential divider means 8th pin is connected to plus VCC and first pin is ground. So with reference of ground, we are giving potential to this IC, triple pi IC. So these are five equivalent 5 kilo ohm resistors. These resistors are connected in series. Okay, so in each and every point of the resistor, there is a voltage drop will be exist. How you will find out the voltage drop means using this procedure. Okay, so at this point, voltage will be dropped after crossing the first resistor. At the point, this point, actually this is the point A, point B. In point A, we want to find out the potential drop. So for that purpose, remaining how many transistors are there up to ground state, ground level, you will adding all the resistor and divided by total number of resistors. So total number of resistors 3R, and 2R will be crossing at the point C, and total VCC, power supply is VCC. So therefore 2 by 3 VCC is there. So potential drop existing at point A is 2 by 3 VCC. Potential drop at point B is 1 by 3 VCC. Okay, so remaining architecture I will be explained tomorrow class. So please once mention everybody understand or not. Please say it is understand, then I will quit the session. ఎస్ త్రీ యూనిట్ 3 అంతా 3 పార్ట్స్ కింద మనకి డివైడ్ చేశారండి. ఓకే, సో దట్ ఈస్ ద ఫస్ట్ పార్ట్ అండ్ వీఆర్ ఆల్సో కాల్డ్ యాజ్